Light Yagami was the smartest person alive, literally tested, perfect grades, perfect face, perfect hair that stays perfect while committing mass murder across multiple continents, which shows a level of grooming discipline most of us cannot achieve on a Saturday morning. He also had a supernatural notebook that killed anyone whose name he wrote in it, an objectively unhinged amount of power, which he used to become a god of a world that still has traffic, student loans, and a Chipotle that always runs out of rice right before your order. Perfect information, supernatural control, IQ of a small research university, zero emotional attachment, great hair, by every single metric that matters in investing. Light Yagami was built different, he's still lost, which brings us to you. You have a brokerage account, you have a strategy, you have a very strong opinion about what the Fed is doing next quarter that you developed entirely from a podcast you half listened to while doing dishes, and then repeated at dinner like you wrote it yourself. And somewhere deep in the part of your brain built by 12 years of being the smart kid in class, you believe, genuinely, personally, deeply, that you can beat the stock market. You cannot. Light Yagami, a man with an actual supernatural advantage, the processing speed of a supercomputer, and hair that could stop traffic on the I-95, could not beat his market. His market was just one weird guy who sits like a gargoyle and eats cake for every meal. Your market is millions of algorithms with more computing power than NASA, the Pentagon, and whatever server is running the Shrek cinematic universe combined. You have a gut feeling and a Spotify premium subscription. That's your edge. This is called the efficient market hypothesis, the single most depressing idea in human civilization, including all of philosophy, all of religion, and that one Radiohead album nobody puts on at parties, but everyone claims to love. The argument is simple and completely devastating. The price of any stock already reflects every single piece of publicly available information about it. Every earnings call, every analyst report, every 3 a.m. CEO tweet about his dog wearing a tiny hat. The market has read it, processed it, moved on, already forgot about it, already moved on from that too. Every time you look at a stock and think, I've spotted something the market missed. This is my moment. This is why I've been put on this earth. You are Light Yagami writing a name in a notebook and wondering why the person isn't dying. They're not dying because L already moved them. The market is always L. Was L before you opened your Fidelity account. Was L while you watched technical analysis videos at 1 a.m. with 3 monitors and 1 functioning brain cell. Will still be L long after you've deleted the app and gone to lie face down on your floor. Now, some people do beat the market. Warren Buffett beats the market. Renaissance Technologies beats the market. Funds staffed by literal physicists with proprietary systems that cost more per year than your entire neighborhood beat the market. You are not them. You are a person who learned what a candlestick chart is 4 months ago and felt a feeling. Studies show. Actual peer-reviewed studies that nobody reads but everyone should. That the more actively a retail investor trades, the worse their returns get. More research, more confidence, more time arguing on financial Twitter about whether a company is undervalued. All of it makes it worse because the research makes you feel like light. And the moment you feel like light is the exact moment the market puts on its L face, orders a 7-layer cake, crouches completely unnaturally, and starts building a case against you that you will not see coming until you are sitting in a warehouse somewhere, having a very bad time. Here's what nobody in Death Note ever talks about. The only character who wins is Ryuk. No plan, no thesis, no opinion on Fed policy, no candlestick charts. He dropped the notebook because he was bored. Watched everything collapse like a reality show he'd already seen 3 seasons of, ate 10,000 apples, and went home. Ryuk is the index fund, doesn't try to beat the market, doesn't rebalance based on a YouTube video. And yes, I am fully aware of the irony of saying this in a YouTube video. I thought about it, and I kept going. He just exists inside the system, completely unbothered, while everyone around him destroys themselves trying to be clever about something that was never going to reward cleverness. Put your money in a low-cost index fund. Turn off every notification. Leave it alone for 30 years. No supernatural notebook required. No 1 a.m. research sessions. No podcast opinions repeated confidently at dinner. Just the deeply humbling, slightly painful, ultimately liberating acceptance that you are not the main character of the market. The people who act like they are always end up in a warehouse somewhere, running, sweating, outstretched hand, very dramatic, realizing L was 3 steps ahead the entire time, and the gap was never actually close. Ryuk wrote Light's name down in about 30 seconds, like a grocery list, like it was nothing. Buy the index, be Ryuk, eat your apple, or keep trading. The Death Note still has pages. And honestly, between you and me, it's way more entertaining this way.